Take a moment to remember who got us and who I am. There you go, lifting my load again.
Hi, community. Well, many of you know I love Disney World, and I was planning to go to Disney World the first week of May. And obviously, that trip is canceled now. But I love Disney, and one of the things I really love about it is the roller coasters. I love being on them, and my favorite is Rock and Roller Coaster because it's in the dark and you really never know where you're going to go or where the unexpected twists or turns are because it's totally enclosed and blacklit. And as I was thinking about it and kind of lamenting about not going on this trip, I was reminded of how really in the season really is kind of like a roller coaster. I don't know about you, but I have definitely experienced some great highs. But if I'm real honest, there's been some real lows too. And sometimes these highs and lows even happen in the same day. You'll be starting out really great and you're like, God, I got this. I see all your grace. I see all these good things happening. And then all of a sudden, a couple hours later, it just kind of crashes and it comes to a halt and you just feel overwhelmed by grief, by the loss, by just different situations. You know, and just like the rock and roller coaster, the reality is we can't even predict of it. We don't even know what's ahead of us. And so we don't even know when to gauge for when the highs will be and when the lows will be. And so one of the things I've been doing is I've been reading through the book of Lamentations. And as I read through the whole book this week, I love how it begins. So Lamentations 1:1 starts with saying, "How lonely sits the city that once was full of people." How ironic are those words, isn't it? The fact that what they were going through, and even though it was a different situation, they were in exile and destruction and things like that. How lonely is a city that was once full of people? And I don't know about you, but as I look outside, how lonely is it that we used to be around so many people and now we aren't? And that's hard. It's really hard when you love people and you can't be around them. One of the things I love about Lamentations is because there's a rawness to it. You can express anything and pour it all out for God, and God is there with you through it all. And it's okay to do that. It's one of the things I find comfort in, the fact that you can let it all out. You can let out your anger. You can let out your cries. You can let out your sadness. And God is okay with it. But yet in Lamentations, the author draws us to the reality that even in our deepest grief and our deepest lows, that God is still with us. And I'm reminded in Lamentations 3, there's so many great verses there, but one of the things that I love, there's two parts I want to read to you. Lamentations 3:22 through 24 says, "The steadfast of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says the soul. Therefore I will hope in him." So even though all of this pain is happening, all of this sadness is happening, the author recognizes that God is still good. Every day God is moving and God is doing good things, even if we can't feel it or understand it. That God is going to give us our portion and our strength, and our hope is found in him. And then as we go on in Lamentations 3, it says at verse 55, "I called on your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit," from these depths of these lowest of lows that we are all feeling. "And you heard my plea. You heard me say, do not close your ear to my cry for help, but give me relief." And I love this. It says, "And you came near when I called on you. And you said, do not fear." When we're having these lowest of lows, when we feel like it is all coming in on us, God is there and he's saying, do not fear. He's walking with us in these times and he will continue to show himself. And today, maybe you need that today. Maybe you're having a high moment or maybe you're having a low moment. God is with you. Do not fear. He will answer your cries. Pour it out to him and be honest with where you are in this season. Let us pray. Dear gracious God, we thank you for being with us in our highs, for how you are pouring out your blessings and your mercies. And God, we are thankful for the times that we do see it. But God, in our lows and the moments of pain and of sorrow, God, may we know that we are not alone, that you will reveal yourself, that you will come when we call, and your answer will be, do not fear. Do not worry. Do not let anxiety overcome you. Let me be the stronghold for you. God, we thank you for being a God that meets us right where we are in both the highs and the lows. And all this we ask in your name. Amen.
Your love carries me through all the valleys and the darkest places.